Welcome, middle school families. Thanks for joining us here. We are excited to share a little bit about some technology tips and important information that you might need now. You might need if we are in a distance learning setting, or if your daughter is in a distance learning setting at any point in the coming year. So we'll do a couple of things. You'll see some faces. You'll learn who some of the folks are in our tech department if you have not met them yet. We'll talk a little bit about the Chromebooks, why we chose those, why they are a great fit for middle school girls here. We will talk a little bit about P-learning as a platform and how you can use that alongside your daughter. And then we will just talk a little bit more about what this could look like moving forward if we were in a distance setting or if your daughter was, and some ways that you can reach out to us, contact us if you had any challenges, and just navigate that hopefully a little bit more smoothly because of the session. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Kelsey Irizarry, who's one of our tech gurus here, and I'll take it away.
Thank you. Hi, my name, let's see why that's not working. All right, sorry about that. Hi, my name is Kelsey Irizarry, and I am the Montessori through 8th grade tech integrationist here at Visitation. I have been working with your daughters in and out of some flex time this year to show them about the Chromebooks. We've been last year we touched base on some computer programming and some typing skills and just how to utilize their G Suite tools effectively to help them use them throughout the year. Here at Viz, we really believe that the technology is a tool for the girls to learn, to be able to share their knowledge, and we would rather put the relationships and people first, and that technology is second. But I also am working with teachers in the middle school to help infuse some more technology within their curriculum. And it's been great to be back this year, and I'm excited again to be working with your daughters. We also have Miss Goodhue with us. And Miss Goodhue, do you want to maybe speak to a little bit about what your role is on the tech team?
Sure, apologies, my camera is a little busted right now, but yeah, so I am the coordinator of technology systems. So I oversee all of the servers and networking and Wi-Fi hardware, pretty much everything involving computers here. So I'm not typically the first person you reach out to for support, but I am available, and yeah, I love, yeah.
And then we also have Mr. Brian Burns here. He's not on the call right now, but he is our tech support administrator. So if your daughter throughout the day has a sticky key, or the bottom of her Chromebook is wobbly, or they have some type of issue, they can always go to Mr. Burns, and he's there to help fix their Chromebooks or with any other issues as well. But throughout this entire year, if you have any questions or any issues with your daughter's Chromebook, you can definitely email us at helpdesk@vischool.org, and one of us on the tech team will get that ticket and reach out to you and help you with that as needed. So I know that a lot of people have wondered, why did we choose Chromebooks for our middle school? And I think the #1 reason was that we chose our Chromebooks because they're very durable. They don't need an extra case on them. I know that a lot of girls have asked me if they can go buy a case and an extra case isn't needed. They can be both a tablet or they could just be like a laptop. You can bend it both the backwards one way, and our screens are touch screens, so they can use their Chromebook kind of like a tablet instead if that's what they prefer. And they're really easy to swap out in the sense that it's web-based. There's nothing saved on the computer. So if something were to happen, or your daughter forgets her Chromebook at home for the day and comes to school, we can give her a loaner, and she can easily just log right into her Chromebook, and everything from Google Drive is saved there. We are a G Suite school, so we are using all of our G Suite tools such as Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and they're learning how to use all of these tools with their teachers throughout the day. So this makes it really easy to switch out into a different Chromebook if they need to. Our Chromebooks here at school are filtered by a web filter, but if for any reason if they bring them home at night, they are not. They're unfiltered at home, and that's something that if you're looking for some type of filter to have at your home, please reach out. We can give you a few suggestions if you're looking for something like that. The biggest question we have had this year, though, with COVID is, how do I clean my devices? And this goes for anything. It's not just your daughter's Chromebook. It could be your own phone, or it could be your own device at home. The best thing is isopropyl alcohol, 70% on a cloth, and then to wipe everything down. But that's in short supply right now, as everything is, because it's COVID. But Clorox wipes, if you've got them, if you can find them, those are also just as great. We just ask that you wring them out because they tend to be really wet, and we don't want that moisture to get underneath the keyboard and wreck the inside of the Chromebooks. So if for any reason we do need to go distance learning, we are just recommending that maybe test your home network with your daughter to make sure that you don't have any issues. I know that sometimes the further away you are from your router in your house, the harder it is to maintain a decent connection. The other thing too is running your video on a Zoom call also eats up a lot of bandwidth. So maybe if that's an issue, your daughter could talk to your teacher, and maybe she could have her camera off or for half the time, or only right in the beginning have her camera on and then turn it off if that really is a problem in your house. But if you do have some issues with any home network things, again, you can always reach out to our help desk at vischool.org, and we are happy to help you with that. P-learning, and I know we've had a few questions about this, so I just want to run over this really quickly. So our students are learning with me in class during the day how to utilize their Chromebook during what I'm calling Chromie class. They're learning just all the different facets of email and different ways of organizing with our Google calendars, and trying to sync our P-learning calendars to our Google calendars, and just kind of helping them get a little more organized this year. We're also going to try something new where we're going to try having the girls hand all of their work in electronically through P-learning this year. We really want to minimize printing and paper, and especially if we ever do need to be distance learning for, however, we don't even know if that's going to happen, but we would like to be able to have your daughter hand them in online instead of worrying about having to hand in a paper somehow. I know parents have asked, like, do they have access, or do you as a parent have an access to the P-learning pages that the teachers push out content to students? And parents do not have access. You have access to the PowerSchool gradebook, so you can see how your daughter is doing in each class, but you don't have access to their daily P-learning pages. So we really encourage you to sit with your daughter if you've got questions about what's happening in their classes, or what do they have for homework, or what kind of exams are coming up. We really encourage you to open that conversation with them, and maybe have them open up their P-learning pages next to you, and they can show you a few things. But it's really more for the girls to maintain their independence, and to kind of learn how to, I guess, learn how to be independent and be organized themselves too. So again, if you guys thank you for coming, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to Dr. Tierney, or you can reach out to the tech team at helpdesk@vischool.org.